See? It's going to be a win-win here. I'm going to win. This is a win deal for me. There's no problem about it, see? Because I know. What we're doing today, we're going around picking up the $30 charter fee. Your dues will be, and I've talked to the council chairman, and I know what will be a month? $10 a month. Now, does that include the meals? No. That does not include the meals. If you have hamburger, it'll be less than if you have steak. Does that sound like something you would like to be a part of? Now, right here is where I hit a lot of governors. They want to talk. I've asked a question. When they start to talk, I go, what? I put it back in your court. Do you want to be a part of it? See? And 90% of them say, yes, I do. I've told them how much it's going to cost. I told them right now we're picking up the charter fee. I told them what it's going to be a month. I told them it's going to be this. I told them it's going to be doing something for their community. And now, that's it. I take the legal pad that has the name of the community on top of it, and if I have other people's names already there, I slide that very gently across the desk and ask her if you'll put her name on there with the rest of her friends and neighbors so she can get that started, and I lay the pen on the legal pad. She will then pick that pen up in her right hand, her right hand, and then she will put her name on that so beautifully, and then I will say, I need a check for $30. And this is where I hit the governor sometimes. They get nervous. They want to talk. Because they know what's going to cost. When they put the name down, they have already indicated this is a done deal. And if I do not say that in time, they will tell me, I guess you need $30. And I say, yes, I do. They fill out the check, and then when they get that, and again, this is where I got to hit some governors, they want to talk. When this check's being filled out and that application's being filled out with it, nothing's said. Because the deal isn't done until that check is written and you have the receipt of everything in your possession. Some people's silence bothers me. When I'm selling, silence is my power. Because I can make my people that I'm selling to make a decision. Now, if they don't want to do it, that's fine. I will ask then, is there any other person within this bank that they should be a part of? I would say 95% of the time they'll say yes. And I'll say, well, how many applications would you like? And some will say, I'll take 5. Then I give them the 5 applications. Then I will smile and say, we will be back before closing or at a certain time, and we'll pick up the other applications and checks if that's all right with you. And they'll say, yes, it is. Now, the manila folder, very important. I carry paper clips. When they give me the check and they give me their application, I tear their portion off and tell them this will serve as your receipt, and then I will put the paper clip on the check and on the application, and I will open up that manila folder, so very graciously, it's an envelope, not a folder, and I will put it down in there, and then I will fold it over. Now that seems kind of silly. It'd work in my pocket. When the money goes in your coat pocket, you stole it. In their minds. When it goes into that folder, then it's all right. Because why? I put it in the folder. Ah, that's good. Little details. The little things like that will eat your sack lunch with people. Then I will explain to them that they're going to be contacted in so many days, or actually I'll tell some of them, I will come back by the bank after a while. It's a smaller town, and come back by the bank, and I will show you who all we have signed up. I'll talk to them. I'll watch their eyes. I can watch their eyes and tell a lot about what they're thinking. In one location, I said, would you have about 15 minutes to go with me? Because I don't know where all the people live in town that would be good for a club. And the person said, yes. We got in his car. He drove around in town. He would get up and knock on the door. Every time I got there, they'd gone after the checkbook. And he had it all filled, they had it all filled out. So never hesitate on asking someone. If they're a banker like that, sometimes you're going to have a difficult time leaving the bank. I say, well, who else do you think we could go talk to? Who do you think would be a good member? Because, see, they're in it, they want their friends in it. And so what they'll do is they'll actually start making a list. And I will talk to them a few seconds, and then I will say, would you have a moment to call them and tell I'm coming down? And whenever they do, I go down, the check's already made out. It doesn't happen that way all the time, but it does 80% of the time for me. And you see, I want to see a volume of people. I need to see them. And once I get to 3, I'm halfway there. I actually scheduled the organizational meeting, the first meeting, and put it in the paper, and I only had 15 people signed up. But I went back and signed up 15 more, and I had 30 people. And there is a necessity to do it quickly. If you let it draw out, they get, well, it's not going to happen, then this. All right, thank you very much, and I thank them very kindly. And then I say, does anyone else? And then I will leave the application to them. I'll get the applications from them and go ahead. I asked the district governor to send them a letter that night, sealed with a stamp. Email is popular, but this is official now. You see, what I say is I want to bring them up to the $30 excitement level so they'll give me a check. Then as I leave, their excitement levels goes back down. When their letter comes from the district governor, it pops back up. Oh, this is for real. We're really going to do this. I like to send them with email now. You can email them as well as. But there's something about opening a letter on crisp stationery that just, this is good deal. Because there's always that question. Then the first meeting, if it's not your organizational meeting, okay, let's say this. Your first meeting, 4 people come. I was in Finland, organizing a club. I've organized clubs in every continent except Antarctica. And I'm working on doing that. I was in Finland, and they did tell me what they were doing. They hardly ever, I get surprised wherever I go. And I walked in, there was this huge table all lined up there. I mean, more forks and spoons and glasses and everything. And they said, oh, we're organizing a club tonight. We want you to speak. Okay. 3 people came. So I called my lines over and I said, it's okay. Don't let your prospects know. Oh, that's what always happens. It's okay. Sit down, we ate. So I said, okay, tomorrow I am going to go to the Parliament. I will sign up a member of Parliament. That's pretty called cotton, especially when everybody could speak the language. And so I said, okay, that's good. And I said, well, who do you know? Talk to one of the prospects. Who do you know? We made a list, okay? Other prospects, 3 of them, 3 ladies. Who do you know? Who do you know? And so they put down the names. So I asked the lions are with them, well, who do you know that can go do that? Who do you know? Okay. So I said, all right, tomorrow I will do that. You do this, you do that, you do the other. In 2 weeks we had the club together. I was gone. But I have a picture. I can't remember her name right now, but we actually got to go on the floor of the Parliament as president, but not as a director. President, we got to go down. As a director, we got to open the door and be in. But you see, if you have a meeting and it's not the way the meeting thought it was going to be, you don't tell anybody. Oh,